So Dana, it's obvious that your work has always been inspired by great vintage guitars, and the Style 42 is no exception. Can you tell us a little bit about what the Style 42 is and what design elements really make up that style for you?
Sure, yeah. A Style 42 is a sort of decorative package. The real hallmark of the 42 is the abalone binding that goes around the top, and it also goes around the end of the fretboard. Pearl is only on the top of the guitar, not the back and the sides. And there's nice ivory binding on the top, headstock, and the fretboard. Abalone, of course, in the rosette.
Beautiful.
As well. Typically, Style 42s had a snowflake inlay pattern. I've always been a little bit of a contrarian, not wanting to do bench copies of individual guitars. So kind of what I've done is I've come up with my own pattern, which is just inspired by the traditional snowflake pattern. And that's what we have on this guitar over here. Other than that, it's relatively traditional. The other notable feature of this guitar is the white bridge. It's kind of a tip of the hat to ivory bridges of yesterday. Ivory, of course, is no longer available, legally usable. We used to use mammoth ivory in the past. That's now no longer exportable and usable. So we found a wonderful substitute in English holly.
It really looks great.
A nice piece of English holly, and it's great. If you look at it very closely, it has no open pores. It's like a very fine, subtle interlocking grain. It's just the right color of white. We don't bleach it, and we put a finish on it to give it the shine of a buffed ivory.
Great. Well, a lot of people ask me about the tone of the holly bridge and comparing that to a real ivory bridge. Can you tell us a little bit about the tonal aspects of this?
It's a little less dense than an ebony bridge. So I would compare it to the tone of, say, a Madagascar rosewood or Brazilian rosewood bridge.
Great. Now this guitar, the Koa, obviously speaks for itself, and this is the more traditional of these pair of 42s. What can you tell us about the OM here?
Well, the OM is pretty straightforward with the exception of the inlay pattern. We call it the Morning Glory pattern. We've been working for a number of years with Jamie Olson. Olson Inlays, our favorite floral inlay artist. And the great thing about working with Jamie is you can send her photos, sketches, whatever, just rough ideas, and she will come up with several variations of designs. You pick which direction you like, and then she'll send you several more, and you kind of work on it until you both agree on literally a CAD drawing of the entire pattern.
Yeah, have a great team over there.
Great team over there, and they just elegant sense of design. The execution is really interesting also. I mean, I feel compelled to point this out. My thought was that each pedal would be an individual piece of pearl, but if you think about it, that would give you like slight reflectivity in all different directions. Jamie said, no, I think what we'll do is we'll cut each flower out of an individual piece of pearl.
Very cool.
So you actually, as you look at the piece, you actually get the reflection of an entire flower at a time.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
Well, it really came together, and for anyone who is familiar with your work, it is obvious that you don't really do the direct bench copy of historical guitars, but instead draw on that inspiration. This pair is a really great, both really great examples. Obviously, I mentioned the Koa. This one's Brazilian rosewood. And in this case, you chose to pair with an Italian spruce top. Is Italian spruce a historical reference, or is that something that just fit for this guitar?
I think it just fit for this guitar. It's just a beautiful, straight-grained, nice, dense piece of Italian spruce, and to me, I wanted the inlay to sort of be the thing that draws the eye.
So, it's working. It's working. Well, thank you.
Thank you.